and welcome to our podcast. I'm Stanley here with my friend Marcelo. So today we are going to talk about something really important, children and adolescent mental health.
That's right, Stanley. Nowadays, pressure from school, social demands, and the influence of digital media greatly affect the mental condition of children and adolescents. However, not many us truly understand the importance of maintaining mental health from an early age.
Good mental health can be the foundation for a strong future. Children who are mentally healthy are better able to deal with pressure and build positive social relationships. Today, we are very fortunate to have a remarkable guest speaker. Our guest is a psychology student who is actively involved in mental health education in the community, especially for children and adolescents. Welcome to the show.
Hello everyone, thank you for having me. I'm currently a final year student majoring in psychology. Over the past 2 years, I've been involved in various community service activities focused on educating and supporting mental health among children and adolescents. I'm very glad to be here and share with you all.
We are very pleased to have you. Before we get into our main question, allow us to give a brief introduction to why this topic matters so much.
As we know, children and adolescents face various emotional challenges both at home and at school. Without adequate understanding and support, these issues can lead to long-term consequences.
And sometimes, the signs aren't always obvious. That's why we create this podcast to open up space for discussion and raise awareness among all parties. Alright, let's start the first session. In your opinion, why is it important for children and adolescents to have good mental health from an early age?
Good mental health from an early age lays the foundation for a child's overall development. It helps them build healthy relationships, manage emotions, handle stress, and perform well in school. When children are emotionally strong, they are more likely to grow into resilient, confident, and socially responsible adults.
Very interesting. It's true that a strong mental foundation has a significant impact on a child's future development.
Okay, next we'd like to ask, what are the common mental health challenges faced by children and adolescents today, whether at home or in school?
Challenges include anxiety, depression, ADHD, bullying, both in person and online, low self-esteem, and academic pressure at home. Factors like family conflict, lack of emotional support, or trauma can also contribute significantly to mental health struggles.
Okay, thank you. It turns out there are many interrelated factors, from academic pressure to family dynamics.
Now I would like to ask, how is mental health connected to a child's academic performance? Do the two influence each other?
Yes, they are deeply connected. Poor mental health can lead to difficulty concentration, lack of motivation, absenteeism, or disruptive behavior in class. On the other hand, academic stress or failure can trigger or worsen mental health issues like anxiety or depression. It's a two-way relationship where both can affect each other positively or negatively.
That's insightful. It's important for school to recognize this aspect as well, not just judge students based on their grades. Now, relate to early detection, what are some initial signs or symptoms that parents and teachers should watch for regarding potential mental health problems in children?
Some early signs include sudden mood change, withdrawal from friends or activities, persist sadness, irritability, trouble sleeping, change in appetite, or a drop in academic performance. Teachers may also notice lack of participation, frequent absence, or disruptive behavior in class.
Thank you. It's crucial for us not to ignore small behavior change in children.
Okay, if I may ask, what role does education and early detection play in preventing mental health issues from becoming more severe?
Education increases awareness and reduces stigma, encouraging early conversation around mental health. Early detection allows for timely support, whether through counseling, peer support, or professional help. When issues are caught early, they are often more manageable and less likely to affect long-term development.
I completely agree. Education is a very important first step.
Final question from us. What can the wider community, including peers, do to support children or adolescents who are facing mental health challenges?
The community can help by creating a safe, accepting environment. Peers should be encouraged to show empathy, include others, and avoid judgment. School and communities can offer mental health programs, support groups, and accessible counseling service. It's important that children know they are not alone and that help is available.
Wow, amazing. Your answers were eye-opening and full of meaning. Thank you so much for your insight.
Yes, we hope this podcast serves as a reminder that mental health should not be a taboo, but rather an essential part of life.
Thank you to all our listeners for tuning in. See you in our next episode. Take care of your mental health and that of your loved ones.
Kanana